Welcome back to Dorm Room Rebuilds. Today we're working on a 1999 Suzuki Savage 650. Whew. It's a beaut right here. This right here, it's a 1999 Suzuki Savage 650. This is a older street bike, single cylinder, 650 cc's as the name implies. And I just pulled this out of someone's barn. It's been sitting there for about 2 years, they said. So what I'm gonna do is start by getting this thing back on the road, ready to go, ride it around, maybe go on a road trip before it gets super cold. And then we'll see where we go from there. Now this thing does have a couple aftermarket parts to it. The main thing being the custom paint job, which I personally am a very large fan of. I really like it. I think this bike is one of Suzuki's prettier street bikes, and for a short person like me, this bike feels really good. And as you can see, it's got that authentic barn dust on it. This is a picture of what it looked like when I got it, straight out the barn. In the sunlight, you can really see this thing is in great shape. And the best part about this, I got this bike for $400. That's it. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do, put some new fuel line on here because this old stuff is cracked and gross. So we're gonna throw that on there, throw a jumper pack on it, and see if she kicks over. Fuel on, choke on, start. No freaking way. This has been sitting in a barn for 2 years. No way. Oh my gosh. Woo! Oh my gosh. It's running. I have done literally nothing to this bike. I pulled it out of a barn. Props to Suzuki, for real. That's crazy. Wow. All right, we got the carb off. Still got some fuel in there, obviously. Whoa, a lot of fuel in there, obviously. So we're gonna take that bowl off. Let's see what it looks like. Woo, that is gross. That is green. Can't say it's the worst I've ever seen, but it's definitely not the best. Yeah, we'll clean this out. Call it a day. Okay, the bowl, clean. Jets, clean. I'm gonna check my diaphragm up here on top while I have this thing off the bike. Just make sure that it's intact. Sometimes after sitting, these diaphragms will break down and won't allow you to pull any fuel. So I'm gonna check that while we have it apart, and then we'll throw it back on the bike and see if it works. So the carb's back together. While I have this apart, or like in my hand, I'm gonna reset the idle down to its lowest setting, and then also reset the air fuel mixture screw, which on this carburetor, it's located right here in this little channel. I'm gonna reset that to the stock location, which is 1.5 turns out from all the way bottom to down. And that's very common for a lot of bikes of this era, including dirt bikes. So what you wanna do is just turn that air fuel screw in. It's different on different locations in a lot of different carburetors. Turn it in until it bottoms out, and be careful because these strip out super easy. So just barely bottom it out and then back it off half a turn at a time. 1, 2, 3, that's it. And that should be in your stock location for air fuel mixture. And you want to do this after you clean the carburetor generally, just because it makes it so that you're so that it's back to what it should be. Because in theory, if you have it cleaned right, it should be back to where the stock stuff should be. So I'm gonna throw this back on the bike. We're gonna see if it runs better. Okay, so got the carburetor cleaned up, batteries charged on the bike. Now I gotta get this boot back on for the air box. So I'm gonna use a hairdryer and heat it up because this rubber is kind of old. So little tip there, just heat up your rubber a little bit, makes it go on a lot easier. Beautiful. Got that boot installed right here. Carburetor's tuned up and clean. Let's see if we can start this thing, get it going. Here we go, here we go. Thing runs mint. Holy shit. That was the easiest repair I've ever done, I think. Ooh, let's go take it for a ride. Whew. First ride, right to the car wash. Let's just get this thing looking a little bit better. The bike's all cleaned up now. There's nothing left to do other than ride it. So yeah, let's get to it.
Cláudia foda, né?
And just like that, another bike fixed. The bike runs great. It's got plenty of power for a little 650, honestly. And I literally invested $20 whole into it. That's it. That's it. So in grand total, $420. And I could sell this for a lot more, but I'm actually selling this bike to my dad for $750. So a little bit of profit there. Moving on to the next build. Stay tuned because I'm going to be working on a Honda Spree next. So see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.